You think he'll be thankful that you did this, huh? Take another throw.
And I still wouldn't be able to win. Just let me lose this thing in style, okay?
GM, that's bullshit. Stop acting cool and just do a real throw!
I have nothing.
So here are 5 things that I've implemented over the last year, which have been super easy, which have helped my mental health massively. The first thing comes in the form of essentialism. Essentialism is actually a book, and that's where I first learned about it. It's kind of like a form of minimalism. So it's a pursuit of less. It's a book by Greg McKeown. And one of the things that's taught me is how to say no. Because I think one of the things that we really struggle with as human beings is just saying yes to every single occasion, even things that you don't want to go to. Parties, doing favours, just the things that you would usually say yes to and then end up in a comfortable position where you end up saying no. For me, the first thing that I started doing was clearing out my closet, getting rid of the things that I probably haven't worn for 3 months. I started clearing my diary and taking out things that I didn't really need to do. And even though I took them away, I didn't end up being any worse off. I just ended up being better off and being more productive, because it's easy to keep hold of things like clothes, tasks and diaries without any real why to them. That just causes you more stress. I also stopped working when I said, well, it's easy just to get caught up in this one of work and not focus on anything else because you want to self-develop or progress. But that then meant I could spend more time with the people that really mattered, because, big one, this one, if you don't prioritize your life, someone else will. Number 2, big one for me, and I'm sure it will be for a lot of people too. Do you ever feel like WhatsApp just controls your life? This was one of the things for me this year that I found was mega stressing me out, getting me really frustrated. And even when it was coming from people who were friends, family, just having a fucking WhatsApp screen which was just filled to the brink, and 14 group WhatsApps that I felt obliged to get back to. So, top tip, one of the things I do now, and you can do this by going on your settings, finding the app amongst every other app I've got on my phone, WhatsApp, pull that up. Then if you go on to notifications and then disable notifications, firstly, that will obviously not allow any notifications to come through from WhatsApp. And the other thing you can do is go on and turn your cellular data off, which means when you're in the house on the Wi-Fi and stuff, no WhatsApps can come through, so you can try it then too. I just found that I was almost like a slave to WhatsApp. And it was getting me down, it was getting me pissed off. It made me even more stressed, the fact that I hadn't got back to people for a couple of days. It's not like text message where it's like, yeah, Dad, I'll be round in 2 days' time. It's like, okay, yeah. It feels like WhatsApp's really live, so people can see you online, see you offline, see when you were last on. And it just becomes very stressful, especially if you get those people who message you like, are you alive? Like, okay, mate, I fucking get it, I'm busy. So yeah, number 2. Don't become a WhatsApp slave. Or if you do, put some tools in place to help with the stress. The third one is aggression. And it's something that I have a really short fuse, and sometimes I then take out on other people. So one of the big things for me that I started doing this year was Muay Thai. Muay Thai, martial arts in general, have been shown to help people control anger, aggression, and obviously we know exercise has this endorphin release, this feel-good factor. You can get some of that pent-up anger out, and that's one of the things that's really helped with me as well. Obviously, with being a guy, male testosterone levels are much higher, so we have this biological factor of battling against supposedly other males for reproduction. This is one of the things that causes that innate aggression and the social side to it that we get through social learning, i.e. nurture, and how we're brought up by our parents, and also how we get put into certain roles or careers based on socialism. One of the things though, for me, which has played into probably even more, is that when I was younger and in earlier years, I did abuse steroids and used a lot of steroids, which then probably means that there's still some everlasting effect to that, maybe with aggression, short temper, fuse. And it's one of the things that I think we can all work on, but we don't like to admit. The fourth one for me was focusing this year on health and fitness and forms of exercise that challenged me and made me set performance metrics.
obviously one of the big ones, and why I set out for the marathon prep was because it really helped me get away from that mentality and psychology of just being competitive on the basis of what I look like and what other people look like. I've been doing this for some time now, I've been training anyway, but I really dived into it this year with the London Marathon and running a lot more, which helped me and my mindset. One of the big things when it comes to my mental health and drawing back on previous years was that I got into a cycle of constantly comparing myself to other people, which led to an eating disorder, which ultimately got me to a point where I contemplated taking my own life. From this, I then went into therapy, opened up to other people, and really got a grip on things and how I could better myself in the future, or better that base of my own mental well-being to combat this in the future. And one of those things massively is focusing on exercise, health and fitness that is performance based, because it takes away that psychology of just comparing your own body and thinking that you are just an instrument and not an ornament. So whether you're just a recreational gym goer, you're a bodybuilder, you just enjoy weight training, even just adding an element or a metric in there, which is a new hip thrust PB, a new squat PB, anything which isn't just you standing in the mirror looking at yourself or comparing yourself to other people, I think personally will massively help change your mindset on health and fitness.
And number 5 is to be more social, which is part of the reason why I'm down in London today, is because tomorrow I'm going to Dubai, well, to Abu Dhabi, to watch the F1 with a guy that I've only met 3 times and a guy that I've only met this year, which is kind of cool really, that I can do things with other people and have the confidence to meet new people and do new things and have new experiences, which I know for a lot of people, for all of us, we didn't get that social time that we needed through lockdown, which is why so many people struggled. I actually even did a talk this week at Manchester University and found out that a lot of the students are actually struggling with that, because it's almost like being back in first year, because they haven't had that social cohesion and integrating and going to friends and going to parties and building relationships and building rapport, which is so important to our mental health. When it comes to health and fitness, even if you eat all your broccoli, you drink all your water, you do all your lifts, you're still going to die anyway. So an important take home that I always have is, you will never regret the muscles that you didn't build, but you will regret the memories that you didn't make.
Done finna jump for this